What is up, guys? So today I think what we're gonna do is maybe take the fenders off of the Sentra, kind of get this thing ready to start taking apart so that so we could shave it, paint it, do everything we gotta do to it so it's the car I want it to be. It's really nice out today. I think what we're gonna end up doing is probably taking the fenders off, you know, trying to get everything ready. I'll give the fenders a final roll because I didn't really roll them. Probably gonna end up grinding this to see how bad this rust is, because it's pretty bad. What I'm actually gonna end up doing is cutting up cutting up front fenders and attaching this section to here, because I cannot find any replacement part for that. So I might just take the fenders off, take the rear bumper off, kind of see what I'm dealing with here, because I don't think it's going to be too pretty. Looks nice in pictures, but who knows what we'll find when we finally start taking everything apart. So I'm gonna basically walk you guys through taking the fenders off, taking the rear bumper off, and we'll get to it. So pretty much what you're gonna do for every single fender install and deinstall is you're gonna take out your top bolts here. This one I just found out is spot welded, so I'm assuming that this fender's never been changed. This one has 3 bolts here and then 1 here. I'm definitely assuming this one has been changed because this right here, this is crunched in a little bit, which we're gonna fix this soon probably. And you can see it's kind of pushed in here. This side looks flat, perfect. The grill lines up great there. The grill does not line up here, and if you were to push it in, and look from up here, this is pushed way in, this is pushed out, so this really should be out here, and that lines up with the hood. Now the grill lines up with the hood if it was right there, and you can see that this is pushed way in. So we're gonna end up pulling the that radiator support out and you know, trying to straighten it out a little bit as best as we could. So pretty much got all of the upper things off. I can't get this one out because the headlight is in the way of the nut that whoever did this put here. Super inconvenient. This one we're gonna have to probably drill out or take it off of here, because that's where the nut is that holds the headlight in. So I think what I'm going to do is jack the car up, put it on jack stands. Always put your car on jack stands. There's also a bolt in here that you can get when you open your door. Don't forget that one. There's also probably one down there, like it is on most vehicles. But yeah, I'm going to put this on some jack stands, and let's see if we can get the front bumper off so that I can get the wheels and tires off, so that I can get the fender liner out, get the bumper off. It's all, cars are just a bunch of layers, and you gotta take layer by layer by layer so you don't get overwhelmed, and so it all kind of goes back together easier too. Also, separate your hardware when you're taking something apart. If you're taking it apart for a long time, put it in bags, label it. Because the worst thing in the world is when you start going to put things back together, you don't know where any of your stuff is. So make sure you label your things if you have bad memory like I do. And just in general, try and keep it a little cleaner, because the cleaner things are, the easier it is to work, the faster it is, you know, to work, and the more motivation you have. Those are really on there. I was gonna say beat these things off, but that's pretty sus. So let me get, oh, that's sus too. I'm gonna take these wheels off. So now with the wheels off, fender liners are out. I am probably gonna keep them out because they're trashed. And I don't drive this thing much as it is. The coils are still in really nice shape. These are really nice. There's no, I mean, this is super strong. As far as I can see in there, there's no real rust yet. I say yet because I haven't really taken this apart too much. I don't know, it looks like my tire was rubbing on that. These are the fender liners. They're absolutely smoked. So I don't think I'll be putting these back in because these wheels and tires, they are just a little bit too big. But I wanted this set up because I want to do maybe some autocrossing, but I really just wanted to hit corners on the roads out here hard. So I needed some big boys to actually get traction. But I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking the bumper off and seeing if I can take the headlights out after that, and then take the fenders off, because these are basically out, ready to go. I just need to get everything else off. And while I'm in here, while everything's apart, I'm gonna probably clean all of this, you know, the engine, that's all coming out, so that little bit of leaking it, oh my goodness. The little bit of leaky there is fine, because we got turbo swap. Well, you know things start to go bad when you need the die grinder. Let's see. Fender is loose all the way, except for these two guys down here. This one came out, luckily. This one is like a square, so I'm gonna have to grind that out, I guess. There's no real option for me there because I obviously can't get that out because it's square. Yeah, I'll report back when I have this fender off. Alright, so I got the fenders off. I had to grind the lower ones off. They were just too rotten to try and do anything with. To try and get them out wasn't really, you know, wasn't really time efficient for me. They're held on by a lower bolt behind the door also, so when I reattach them, I'm probably just going to use that bolt instead of the lowest two. Also got these little things off. These go, what am I doing here? These go here underneath the headlights to kind of fill in the gap. I unplugged the headlights. I got those off. These things are heinous. Whoever I bought it off of, they tinted it or something. I don't know why they tinted it, but whatever. I'm gonna find new ones of these and put them in. Got this side off. This side was actually just as bad. Now that I'm actually looking at this, is kind of rotten. That sucks. Whatever. We'll come to that when we get there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take front bumper off. It has a bunch of 10 mils here that hold it on. Maybe some lower ones, I'm not too sure yet. I had a b13 when I was young and I didn't know much of anything. I'm gonna end up taking these off. These are OEM, but they are not in the OEM location. I'm guessing since this thing got hit, it kind of, you know, switched everything up here. I can kind of tell, like over here, I could tell in the fender and stuff. That's just not the way it should be. like this one's all crunched up. You know, it should be nice and smooth like the other side. I'm gonna end up deleting the antenna because I have a auxiliary port in there, so I'm gonna shave this. We'll weld in a little piece there. All right, nothing really on that made me too upset, which is actually incredible. But if you're gonna start modifying stuff, make sure you do it correctly. Like the fog light things, they had one bolt and one Phillips head screw in there. I know that that's not how it's supposed to be. So when you start putting things back together, don't do it cheap. Just get the right stuff, do it once, be done with it. It makes it easier for you, and it makes it easier for everyone that that's ever gonna touch your car after you. I might take this crash bar off to redo it because it looks like crap. Whoever painted this painted absolutely everything on the car, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Okay, prime example. Sorry, I jump around a lot. This right here, nice and smooth. You can see the top is straight, everything's good, looks great. Okay, this looks insane. You could see this is all bent in. This takes a hard leap up. This is actually kind of where it starts. So what I'm gonna end up doing is probably this is probably good because it's touched here. So I'm gonna try hitting this down in the middle right here up a little bit, and then we'll start moving over to here. I could see this here. This kind of jumps up. That shouldn't be. So this should be a little bit down. But yeah, I'm gonna try getting maybe the condenser out now, and then I can start jumping on the wiring. All right, so I got the whole front end ripped apart, which was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So I'll show you here. Fenders are off. Everything is out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna label things, even though this is pretty self-explanatory. Like this one, I'm not gonna be using this anymore because this was for the fog light. This one was also for the fog light, so when we redo the wiring, I'm just gonna delete those. This is for the corner light. I don't even know what this is for. It's not on the other side. We'll see. Then this is for the corner marker. I got the core support out because I had to take the AC compressor out, sorry, the AC condenser out this way, to kind of slide it over in front of everything there. Super happy actually. I was expecting, it's a Nissan. They don't make the best stuff. They make great engines. Their cars rot out fast. I'm very surprised at how not rotted this one is, at least in front. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. So I'm gonna get to labeling all of this, and then I have to put the wheels and stuff back on because I have a wrap job coming in next weekend. I'm just doing a quick chrome delete. I might film it for you guys, I might not, I don't know yet. But I gotta put the wheels back on so I can get this car out of my garage and the wrap in. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna grind down one of the sides on the rear quarter to see how bad it is. I'm a little nervous about this one because they are crusty. Then I'll probably end up taking the rear bumper off sometime, I don't know, next day or two, if I have some downtime. After grinding down, vacuuming up what I could, the passenger side is a lot, I shouldn't say it's a lot better. It's about what I expected. So the rust kind of stops here. I've really planned to cut this whole thing out anyway. So that's not that big of a deal. This, honestly, it's whatever. It's very thin. God, that sucks. Anyways, this side, not the worst in the world. Kind of what I was expecting. The driver's side. Damn. This side, it's okay. But they did metal work, and their metal work sucks. Bad. This part right here, somehow they made look like a flare. Or, well, like the factory quarter. This right here was almost half an inch thick of Bondo. It was crazy. So I think really, and what they did is like, they didn't weld it fully. So water and stuff was still getting in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it probably along this body line here, up and over, so that I can actually, you know, kind of see what's going on the inside. This, super solid, super happy with that. I just noticed this. That might just be bad prep on their paint. Either way, I'm gonna grind all this down. I'm gonna take these off for when I paint the car. Those will get painted body color also. But that way I can just sand the whole thing, get it all uniform, because there is some dents. I don't really care about it being like 100% perfect, because I don't know how to do that. And I don't really have the money to call a body guy to make a 1994 Nissan 100% perfect. So I'm going to do it the best that I can. I'm obviously going to bring you guys along for the journey, because it's going to be a funny one. I probably, if I sand again, I will have to mask off some stuff in here, because that was miserable. That was way, I shouldn't have done it really, but I just wanted to see. This sucks. This sucks. I guess, I don't know. We'll see. Died on me. On that note, I'm gonna go. You guys have yourself a good rest of the day.